Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are finally trying the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. As you can see, my face is halfway done. I will tell you what I did to get here in a minute, but I have been dying to try this concealer. Charlotte loves her claim, so this says it's got clinically proven results. It conceals, corrects, brightens and lifts the look of skin. It is a medium buildable coverage with a 16-hour wear. Not that I've had the best luck with concealers this year, but I have been so excited for this one to come out. If you were here for my review of the Beautiful Skin Foundation, not my favorite. I don't like it. I found it too thick and like it enhanced all of my texture, and I'm really hoping that this concealer is not that. I feel like that kind of texture in concealer can be a little bit more forgiving. Besides that, Charlotte Tilbury's original concealer is probably one of the worst products in the Charlotte Tilbury makeup line. If I can point to one product in the Charlotte Tilbury makeup line that really does not work for me at all, is her previous concealer, the Magic Away concealer right here. I have mine just to like bring it out and show you if I need to, like today, because I can't even open it. This thing is sealed shut. It's got the worst opening mechanism. The concealer gets all around right here, and after a while it dries down and like there's no way of opening it. Besides that, this has a sponge dispenser which isn't very sanitary, etc, etc. As you can see, I gave it a fair try. I've used a lot of this throughout the years and I can tell you it's a no for me. Too thick, I don't like the packaging, and it creases like crazy underneath my eyes. So we are going to see if this is Charlotte's Concealer Redemption. I went ahead and grabbed shade 4.5. By the way, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're interested in trying anything that I'll be talking about today, every single product will be linked down below. So please shop my links down there. I just went ahead and jumped right into the video. I went ahead and grabbed shade 4.5, I was saying, and I think hopefully this will work for me. So far it's looking like it will. But before I apply it, let me tell you how I got here. I went ahead and used my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue today, all under my eyes, distributed it really nicely, and then I grabbed my favorite moisturizer in the whole wide world, which is Magic Cream, and I applied a generous amount because I was feeling a little bit on the dry side today. I massaged it in the way I usually do, and those two steps leave my face super ready for makeup. So for foundation, Charlotte's foundation are currently not my favorite, so I went ahead and switched it up and grabbed my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation because I love this one. It works for me every time. It lasts for a long time. It has this really nice glowy finish to it, and I wanted to use products that I absolutely love and that I've used 1,000 times before so that I can really judge the concealer for what it is. Anyways, foundation applied and we are here. I forgot to mention I had already filled my eyebrows before I even turned the camera on, so I also have my eyebrows done. Same products I usually use on my eyebrows, which are linked down below. So let's get on with this concealer. I forgot I haven't even shown you the packaging, and this is much better packaging in my opinion. Nice traditional tube with a doe foot applicator. This is much nicer in my opinion than her previous one, even if it doesn't look as luxurious, because let's face it, that previous packaging is horrible. My friend Keith did a training on the concealer and he sent me some information. So the concealer has natural base mica pearls for glow. It's got soft focusing silica, which is going to give you a smooth appearance and feel, and it will reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Camellia oil, which is rich in omega-9, and it helps to maintain the skin's natural barrier, leaving it looking hydrated. Then it also has jojoba, sunflower, and mimosa floral waxes, which is a sumptuous wax blend to leave skin looking and feeling smoother and more hydrated. And lastly, a glow peptide for an enhanced light reflecting finish. So let's go ahead and give it a go. I'm going to start with that much and blending it out because I am scared that it might be too much, and I'm just blending it with my Sonia Kashuk sponge. Well, that looks terrible. My dark circle is totally still there, and now it's glowing. So I don't know, I feel like it's enhanced. Maybe I will blend it with a brush rather than a sponge and hope for the best. I'm gonna put some back here as well. Now that I saw that it's not too much, I'm going in with the BK Beauty A506 and I'm just patting the product in place. Blendy, blendy. This is definitely better, so let's see. It definitely looked like the sponge had taken away a lot of the product when I first applied it. This is much better. And now we do see like a true medium coverage. I was a little scared there for a minute. This is interesting. Usually I always blend all of my concealers with a sponge. As you can see, it definitely has a lot of mica in it because it is very glowy. However, I don't necessarily find that it enhances things that much, and I do intend to set it with some sort of translucent powder the way I usually do. It's very rare that I leave my concealers without any setting powder. I am questioning a little bit the decision to make it this glowy because we all have a little bit of texture and some fine lines underneath the eyes, and even if this does have smoothing properties to it, you never want to highlight that. And so, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it's definitely glowier than I would have preferred for a concealer. Let me make myself even. And I am going in with the brush from the get-go right now. Why not? I'm going to highlight the center of the forehead a bit and the chin. And I will blend that with a sponge over here. It's not terrible, but I really don't love how luminous this is. I find that it doesn't look the most natural. Let me lower the light and show you what it looks like with the light down. I turned off the ring light, but I do have other lighting on the sides. And then with the light down, this right here is what it looks like. See, I feel like all of the little textury thingies under my eyes seem to be a little bit highlighted. And I'm sure that once we powder it, it'll go away, but then what's the point? I don't know. I'm a little doubtful. This is what it looks like with the light down. I will of course be doing a wear test today to see how long it lasts underneath the eyes, and I will show you what it looks like in natural lighting, all of that. For setting powder, I also wanted to go with something that I've used 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways, and that for me, it usually works. So I'm grabbing my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder and a Wayne No. 3 brush, and I'm just going to lightly pat that powder underneath the eye. So here's what it looks like once it is powdered. I feel like I focused on the negatives a bit much. Let me tell you the things that I do like about it. It is a nice consistency. It is not sticky. It blended out really nicely. It didn't seem to be moving a lot. Not a lot of creasing seemed to be happening even before I set it with the translucent powder. So all of those are great things. I was just really kind of taken off guard by the amount of glow that the product has. But once you set it with some translucent powder, as you can see, it's not bad. It's not as glowy as it was before. And all of the shinies that were showing like texture underneath my eyes and all of that are now set, and so you don't really see them that much, which is a really good thing. I feel like now that I've powdered a bit, I can see the positives a little bit better because, like I said, I was really thrown off by that amount of glow. So let me go ahead and do a little bronzer, a little blush, a little highlighter, and I will be right back. I'm back with my makeup fully done, and this is what we're looking like. More specifically, this is what the under eyes are looking like. Honestly, really normal. Ever since we covered all of that glow with some translucent powder, it's been looking really nice. In case you're interested in anything I just did, let me just go through the products that I used, and again, they are linked down below. I use my Cosmetics contouring stick to give the face a little bit more shape and warmth, and for blush, I used my Laura Mercier in the shade Southbound. I put it right here, a little bit on my nose as well. And then I did go in with just a teeny tiny bit of powder bronzer, only on the cheeks down here. And this one is also from Cosmetics in the lightest shade. I, of course, used mascara. This is my Kierwise mascara that I've been using a lot lately. For eyeshadow, I brought out my Anastasia Novo palette and I used 2 shades. I used the color Fleur for my crease and then the color Lily on my eyelid, and that was it. I was trying to look for a waterline eyeliner that wasn't too dark or too bright, and none of my eyeliners fit into that category. They were either too colorful, too bright, or too dark. So what I did was, for my waterline, I used a lip liner. This one is Structure from MAC and it works fantastic right there. I didn't want it to be too dark or too bright because I wanted to keep the eye look really nice and like nude, so this worked fantastic. And then I went ahead and also used it to line my lips, so I have structure on my eyes and my lips. And lastly, for gloss, I used a Pat McGrath gloss in the shade Love Potion. I put it in the center over the lip liner, and I believe that's it. I did not put any highlighter on because any glow that comes through from that concealer, I want to make sure that I know where it's coming from. But no glow has come through. We have a nice medium buildable coverage concealer. Nothing is enhanced underneath my eyes. I don't have texture. It doesn't look like it's creasing badly or anything. Things are looking really good, and I guess this is the start of my wear test. We're going to do 8 to 10 hours today and see how it lasts. So I guess my first impressions are that so far so good. I am actually really liking it, but you have to set it with translucent powder. Before I set it with translucent powder, I did not like the finish of it at all, but with a little bit of translucent powder over it, it's looking really, really nice. So it is 10 o'clock right now, and I will see you guys in a few hours. I'm outside in the daylight. It is hot out here, and I've been out here for a few minutes, but I wanted to show you what the makeup looks like. And if I do say so myself, I think things are looking really, really nice. The concealer is nice and bright. It's creasing, I would say, like what it usually creases. You know, I have lines under there. It happens. It's not terrible, especially if you don't like look at me super close, like at a normal distance. You can't really see it. And I do have to admit that that glow that the concealer had from the get-go looks really good underneath the powder. So far, so good. I am liking the way things look. It's been a few hours, maybe 4 hours since I put the concealer on. So 4 hours in, it is still looking pretty flawless, and I'm here for it. So I will see you guys later. It is currently 4:33, so it's been 6.5 hours since I first applied this makeup, and I just got a pedicure, by the way. I'm very excited about it. You always feel so good when you get a pedicure, or is it just me? Anyways, the concealer, still looking pretty good. It looks similar, maybe a little bit more crease than a few hours ago, but not bad. If you look at me from a regular distance, we're looking really good. We're looking bright. We're looking glowy. Really, I judged it too fast this morning when I saw all of that glow. So yes, I'll see you guys back home in a couple more hours for the final check-in. Here for the final check-in. It is 6:11 right now, so it's been 8 hours and 11 minutes, and this will be my final check-in because I want to edit this video and upload it today. And here's how the concealer is looking. It's honestly lasted beautifully throughout the hours that I've worn it, so I am pretty sure that it will last 12 plus hours, which is the most I would need a concealer to last. So great wear for sure on this one, and it looks pretty similar to when I first put it on. It's not the most full coverage concealer I've ever seen, but once you set it with some translucent powder, it looks really natural, and I used it on its own today. But you guys know I always use my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector underneath my concealer, so I'm sure that once I add this underneath, it will look beautiful. Is it the best concealer I've ever tried? Is it a new favorite? Honestly, not right now, but this is just upon my first impressions. I feel like this does have the potential of being one of those products that you're weirded out by at first, but then you keep using it and you end up loving. I feel like the potential for that to happen is definitely there because it's worn beautiful, but I'm still a little bit unsure about the amount of glow we got at first. Although technically I guess it doesn't matter because once you set it with some powder, it doesn't look like that anymore. It's good, I like it. If you're interested, try it, because it's definitely not a bad product at all, but I feel like for me it's just going to take some getting used to, you know? So I feel like that's where I'm at with it. Those are my final thoughts. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you're new to my channel, please don't leave without subscribing. And actually, thank you so much for 75,000 subscribers. I just checked a few minutes ago and we got to 75,000 subscribers, and I could not be more thankful. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.